All right, now here we are again. Y'all ready for some good stuff? Are you ready for some good stuff? Okay, yeah, even I didn't sound overly excited, but I will by the time this message is over. One of the things that I do want to talk about today is remembering that the journey can be lonely and being okay with that. Because a lot of the times our whole life we're entertained by other people, right? From the time you're born, you have people, looking at you and drooling over you and wanting to play with you and wanting to pick you up. Then you start walking and the whole world is clapping because you're walking. It's like, oh, look at the baby's walking. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at the baby, they're in kindergarten. And for years and years, you get all this fan club. You get all these people who are excited for your achievements, that are cheering you on, that are a part of the best parts of you. So then as we get older, those things fade. And then we start to get disappointed. And then the people that we love the most start to disappoint us. And then we get confused. Because here we go from the time that we are actually in the belly and everybody's excited and they're rubbing on us and giving us good juju. We go from there, you go through your elementary and you go through your junior high. Now junior high and high school, you might start to feel a little different. You're trying to figure out who you are and you run with different kinds of kids. And at this point, you start to decide, am I going to be a jock or am I going to be a scientist or am I just going to be a fly by the seat of my pants or what am I going to do? So there's some change there, but that's not really the one I'm talking about, because even at that point, regardless of what route you chose, you kind of still have a fan club. You still have this group of people that is there for you. And, if you say, hey, do you guys want to go to the movies? You got this lineup or this roster to call from. So what happens is we get older, we branch out into this world. And I guess who I'm looking at is more so those that have been through maybe watching their children grow, or a failed marriage, or I won't even say failed marriage. Let's strike that word, because I don't like the word failure at all. But let's just say a marriage that didn't go as far as they thought it would. Sound a little better? Okay, we'll go with that. So, but what I'm saying is you get to a certain point in life and then your soul wakens up. It does. So you go from being maybe this average person who day in and day out, they think that this is what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to wake up, put their clothes on, go to their 9 to 5, call it a day, come home, eat dinner, go to sleep, and you just keep repeating the cycle over and over and over again. And that's okay. I do want to make this very clear that we need everybody we have in their own position in life. I don't need 15 people being a manager in the same company. I don't need 10 people being all in the same position. It doesn't work that way. I need the lady in the drive-thru or the guy in the drive-thru. I need them because when I want my coffee, I want it then. And if I had nobody in that position, I wouldn't be getting my coffee in the drive-thru. If when I take my car to get cleaned, I need people there to clean my car if I'm not going to do it myself. So again, their position is necessary. I need somebody to check my teeth when I go into the dentist office because I need somebody in that position. I need somebody at the doctor's office to, tell me what they think is wrong with me. I say think because I'm funny on that, but that's a whole nother story. I need them to help me, see what it is that's wrong with me. I need the optometrist. I need all this. I need everybody in their position. And that's the key thing. So here's where I'm getting. We all have a place in life. We all have a place in life. But somehow, some way, all that fan club that I was telling you about, and all those voices, and all those people, and all those, they try to kind of steer you where they think you should be. And I don't necessarily fault them for this, because that's great that they give you advice and that they kind of try to help push you along. But here's where it gets in the way. It gets in the way when your soul finally awakens and tells you, look, whatever you've been doing that because it's become a system for you. Or it's become a habit. But honestly, this is what we're born to do. And it is the most scary, crazy, interesting, freeing, odd feeling you'll ever feel. All of those. Because there's this part of you that goes, oh my gosh, I found something I love to do. I have a calling. This is what I was born to do. I was not made to go and, be a teacher. I was actually made to be a pianist or a orchestrator or a painter or a designer or a business owner. And I think studies show that people would change careers, 2 or 3 times in a lifetime. So it's not uncommon, but I will tell you that the beauty in it is watching somebody own what it is that they're really supposed to do. outside all the voices, outside all the encouragement, outside everything, that they just find their own road. So, but here's the challenging part. When you do decide to finally take a leap and go for something that is your soul's calling, or your life calling, or whatever sets your soul free, it's a lonely road. So in a mature state of mind, people are like, okay, you're how old and you're struggling, when you can just go back to job or go back to the thing you've been doing for 10 to 20 years and you can make decent money and you wouldn't have the problem of, that you're having now. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why you're pursuing this when it's actually hurting you. I understand that. I got those friends too. I got those friends that are like, Amy, why are you chasing a dream that is causing you to pant and causing you to, have to work through so much and stay up in the middle of the night? And because it feeds my soul. You see, we're so stuck on doing what we think we should be doing that once we do what we are called to do, we almost feel like we're doing the wrong thing. Because we're like, oh my gosh, why is there all this resistance? Why have I lost like half my friends and family? They don't even, they think I'm crazy because I went from a career that I was in for so long into this dream, this so-called dream. And so you start the journey alone. So again, you go from the time you were born, getting, accolades and praise and pats on the back, and you get all this attention, to high school where you're cool, maybe you're not cool, but you still got the uncool friends. Whatever level of friendships you had, you still had people in high school. And then even college. For those that I know that went to college and they got into frats and got into everything else, these people stay friends for a lifetime. A lot of the ones I've seen. So then you get into this adult life, and maybe you've had a family, maybe you haven't had a family, maybe you're into, your kids are grown. Maybe you're at a point in life where your kids are grown and you're like, okay, well, I provided for my family. I've given them what they needed. They're all grown up, and I'm standing here looking at this man or this woman in the mirror going, I still don't feel complete. I still feel like there's something I should be doing. And when you find that thing that you should be doing, that calling that actually gives you the peace that your paycheck, that your career, that your 9 to 5, that your what everybody thinks you should be doing no longer pays you emotionally, you're wondering what now. And I'm here to tell you, if you're looking for the cheerleading section and going for your dreams, you might as well quit. Just quit now. Put it down. Say, I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to have enough fans. You're not. Here's the funny part. You have to deal with your adversity. You have to deal with feeling alone. You have to feel with the struggle. You have to feel the hard times with as much enthusiasm as you're going to pay the good times. Because if the only time I'm happy and the only time I'm content is when everything is quote unquote glittery and a lot of dancing unicorns in my life, then we have a problem. You cannot go full steam ahead into your dream and stop at the first sign of something that's not going to go right, or the first sign of or feeling of being lonely, or the first time where people are going to look at you and be like, she's crazy. She wants to go and make sand dollar turtles in the beach, or whatever because they're going to look at you like you're crazy. It doesn't matter how much your dream makes sense to you. By the time it goes through their ears, it's going to sound like something different. You could tell them that you want to be the top artist in the world, and they're going to go recite it as, oh, she wants to go doodle or do something crazy. Do you see what I'm saying? Your dream is never going to be as big to somebody else. And you're not going to have a fan club. And in fact, some people are going to make fun of you to a point to where you're actually hurt. And it's going to be some of those people that you swore would never leave your side. And the funny part is people will love you for your ambition until your ambition puts $2 in your bank account while you're chasing it. Then you're crazy. Now, first they love you for being ambitious. Listen to me. First they love you because you have goals and dreams, and you have oh man, that person's eager. They have a dream. They're ambitious. They have vision. And then when they see you eating ramen noodles, they go, you're crazy. You're crazy. Why don't you just go back to your job and, just let life be what? What makes you comfortable? Let life be what? The one thing that takes my joy? Or let life show me how to get to what makes me happy. I'll take the lessons because I'm here to tell you, if you just stick to it, if you just write it out, you're going to get there. But here's the thing, the dream isn't meant for everybody. When you get that dream and you figure out what it is, that's yours. Do you hear me? It's yours. It's not Sally's. It's not Steve's. It's not whoever's. And you're not going to have the biggest fan club. Oh, but honey, once you make it, once you get where you're going, trust and believe, not just Sally, Joe, and Steve, and whoever else called you crazy and wouldn't sit down and partake in those ramen noodles, all of a sudden they're going to want to be right at your doorstep. And you know what you can't do? You can't blame them for that. Because this world has taught us not to believe in what we can't see, or not to believe what doesn't have instant gratification. See, now a job, you go in, you clock out. You're already paid for what you clocked in and clocked out. A dream, you have to work around the clock. And you don't know when that payment's going to come out. You don't know when. So yeah, I don't expect the average person to understand the life of the dreamers, the life of the people who will be ambitious. Not just that, you see, a lot of people start out with a dream, but not many finish. So yeah, they've seen more people talk about something than they have seen people that actually go through it to get to it. So I encourage you to understand that there's going to be times that you're alone. There's going to be times where your own family's going to scoff at you. They're going to talk messy about you. But you have to understand, it wasn't made for everybody. Everybody has their own positions in life, and everybody's going to fall in line with their positions. Some people are going to be called to do a lot of things, and they're not going to do it because fear is going to stop them. And it's not going to be fear of that person in themselves. It's going to be fear of the battles they'll face in that journey. It's going to be the nights that they might go to sleep hungry. It's going to be the days where they can't move their car because there's no gas because they just bought something to invest into their dream. It's going to be those days where they say no to what looks like a golden opportunity because it'll restrict them from working on their dreams. I don't expect everybody to do that. This recording isn't necessarily for that. This recording is for somebody who right now has spent nights in tears, frustrated, because they were torn between going back to what they knew or going forward into what their heart really wants to do. So I encourage you, I encourage you, continue to keep your mental health strong. Make sure that you listen to motivational speakers. Make sure that you try to meditate. I do suggest you break down your day, part of it for you, about you, and with you, meaning that there's going to be times where you need to cut everything off, whether it's people, things. Cut them off. Listen inside of you. Whatever brings you peace, you need to find that. You need to be able to go to that place. Whether it's closing your mind off and meditating, whether it's walking the park, whether it's going for a jog, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's getting in a hot shower. No matter what it is, there has to be a little bit of serenity in your day. Just know this. If it is in you to do it, do it. We need you. For all those people who have a dream somewhere inside of them that they're so afraid to let out, we need you. Because when you offer the world your best you've given us a beautiful piece of the world to live in. So continue to fight for whatever your dream is. Continue to believe in it. Just know the journey won't be easy. You may not have a lot of people behind you, but you can do this. Say it with me. I can. I will. I'm worth it. You better believe it. Lady Boulding signing out.